People have seen this knife before. This is the Busse Game Warden, which I've used a bit. But the reason I'm bringing this out today is because if you've noticed this, you can see this is a clip. I wanted a type of deep pocket carry for it, and so a clip was engineered which fits into these rivets. And it should be noted that it comes with a pilot hole, but it has to be drilled and tapped yourself. The advantage of doing this is that then causes it to swell when you put a screw through it, which makes it tighter in the hole, and it resists twisting back and forth, as you can see, which is a positive attribute. Seems to clip well. It's withstood a number of tests, including one of my tests to see how good the retention is. If you can clip it to your pocket, and or clip it to your pocket, if you can clip it to your clothing, to your pajamas, what have you, and sleep with it, and it won't detach. Obviously, it's important when you do this that your sheath be secure for safety reasons. But if you can do that, and whatever thrashing you do in the night does not dislodge it, then it seems adequately strong. It should be noted that this clip is also textured on the underside here to aid in retention, as well as here on the as well as texture being on the knife handle. Good flexibility. No problem behaving. This version is obviously white. It's just a prototype. Future versions will be made with color, so you can match it to your handle, or do blue jean camouflage. Do it blue, whatever you like. But for now, just trying it out. Yeah, it's hideous. I use brass hardware here just to match the Busse rivets, but you can use steel as well, of course. I tapped this to 632 just for comparison, which seems to be about the largest you really want to do. You're kind of pushing limits here, which created maximum expansion, it seems like. Yeah, and it's surprisingly secure. Believe it or not, the whole distance here, end to end, is in fact filled. And this, I don't know if it's visible, there's actually a tapered washer of sorts where this screw is not sitting in this rivet, it's sitting in a washer of sorts which mates with the rivet, and in that way it prevents you from marring the rivet at all, so you can still safe fondle your knife and keep it looking all gorgeous and lovely before selling it on the exchange for a markup of whatever, since that seems to be what Busse users do with their Busses to a great extent. And yeah, I guess this is just preliminary overview of this. These are so far over height, so they allow you to go with even thicker knives. This is .22 stock. I don't know what the handle spec is, but not thin handles either. And the clip, as you can see, is rounded to facilitate comfort. It is more comfortable than a lot of the clips which have sharp edges and corners. This has none. Problems with this, it's always important to be critical of your own work. Problems with this are that, as you can see, the height above seems to be a little bit slim. So on some pockets you're not able to seat it fully. It bends the clip up. And so that's suboptimal, clearly. But that's being addressed in future generations. And the other issue is that the end of this ball isn't quite high enough up. The ball was actually lengthed so that it sits in this rivet hole. That was not an accident, and sort of deforms the pocket into it for further retention. And there was not sufficient ramp here, so this can be a little bit of work to clip onto your pocket. It's not as smooth as some clips which protrude further up, so that will also be addressed. But yeah, this is just a first gen, just sort of a spitballed idea, see if it's feasible, see how it works, and seems to do so nicely. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if this is something that interests you. Presumably this can be scaled up for just about any Busse knife measurements. The rivets do seem to be quite consistent throughout the brand range, so this can also be applied to swamp rat and scrapyard knives. and you don't need a second rivet. You can obviously just apply it over the Res C, and that should work just fine. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I think it's kind of cool. Makes this knife much more carryable, pocket carryable, much more accessible.